Mike Barletta joining us. He's the head coach for the University of Scranton baseball program. And first up, you got to be extremely excited about the facilities.
Oh yes, we are. We're very excited about the facility. You know, it's going to open a lot of doors for us at the university, and we're pretty happy about it.
What's your estimation on maybe getting onto the grounds there?
Well, we anticipate playing a lot of games there this season. You know, everything seems to be moving in the right direction, and you know, we're very hopeful that we played the majority of our season there.
Let's talk about this year's team. How many guys on the roster? A mix of guys that you have on the roster.
Well, we're very fortunate. We have a roster size of about 40 kids. We have a large group of seniors. Been playing for the past 4 years, and they've contributed in very significant manner.
Let's take us through. Again, you've been around the game for quite some time, but take us through. You as a coach and growing up as a player, and some coaches that have influenced you a little bit in your life.
Well, I mean, I went to school in the area. Coming out of high school, I was fortunate to go to Lackawanna College and play there for Kenny Blewett and Gary Ruby, and obviously, they're two very good baseball guys. And from there, I went out to Robert Morris College out in Pittsburgh, played out there, moved back to the area, late '80s, and I got involved at Lackawanna in the coaching, and I was the assistant there for a few years, and I took over the head job there, and from there, I moved over to the university. First as the assistant men's basketball coach, and then I was fortunate enough to take over the baseball program.
As far as pitchers this year, every year we talk to different teams, talk about having enough arms to go the distance, and how fortunate are you in that area?
Well, we're fortunate. Last year was a very unfortunate year for us. We had a few guys go down with arm injuries, and what happened was some freshmen we needed to step in a little bit quicker. But what's consequently happened is it's made us much better this year. We become a much more deeper staff, and we have some seniors coming back that we expect some big things from. Brian Markowski, left-hander from Crestwood, who had a really good sophomore year and was showing all signs of having a really good junior year. Unfortunately, he was injured last year and didn't throw many innings, but we anticipate big things for him. And we just think our staff is a lot deeper than it's been in a number of years.
About offensively this year, you feel like you have some bats as well?
Well, offensively, we, hasn't been a problem for us the last few years. I think last year we were second in the conference in hitting, and we've been very, very good offensively, and we have a lot of kids back who, like I said, have played a number of innings for us. A lot of guys that, like I said, have been playing since their freshman year. We start off with our center fielder, Tommy Trotter, who's been an all-conference player for us for 3 years. Brad Schneider's been, a 3-year starter for us. In addition, Chase Standen's been, off and on for 4 years for us, and they're just 3 of the guys. In addition, Kevin Haig, he was an all-conference player as a freshman last year. So we like our offense, and we think that we have all the pieces offensively to be another successful offensive year for us.
Well, Coach, good luck this season. A little difference from the grass to the turf. That'll be a difference this year for you home?
Yeah, we played a number of games on turf over the last few years, especially early on. But it's a different game. It's a quicker game, but we're excited about it.
Well, great to hear, and we're excited as well for the University of Scranton and the Royals for their baseball season in that new facility. Mike Barletta, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Talking to the University of Scranton baseball here in the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire Service. Of course, we're at Arcaro and Genell at the pizza capital of the world, Old Forge. Tommy Trotter with us. Tommy, it's your senior year. What are our expectations for you and your Royals this year?
Winning the landmark conference, what it is every year. That's plain and simple.
How excited are you about the new facility?
Ecstatic. I can't wait to get on it. I'm counting down the days until they're finished with the whole field and everything when it's all ready.
About your talent level, talk about what you think you bring to this year's team.
I think the whole team brings just a great chemistry. We have 13 or 14 seniors coming back, returning this year. Great junior class as well. So I think with our whole pitching staff is healthy and ready to come back, and I think we're gonna have a good year this year.
You got a big family, Brian and Sean and Kevin, so A lot of boys there in the Trotter family. Talk about each of them, what they're up to.
So Brian went to Rutgers. He graduated, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago. He's a cop now in Cranford, where I live. Sean is going back to school. He wants to be a teacher, a math teacher for like middle school age. So he's being an assistant student teacher type thing at a local school. And my younger brother, Kevin, he plays rugby at Penn State.
Math and finance, a couple subjects. You're joining the University of Scranton, which takes us over to your major. Tell us about what that is.
Yeah, so I'm a finance major and I have a minor in accounting. You know, I've always enjoyed numbers and have always been pretty good in math and finance classes. You know, basically family first, then school, then baseball. So I try to keep my grades up as much as I can.
Parents and brothers, people you look up to. Talk about some things that they've kind of given you to get you, inspired, yet grounded and well-rounded.
You know, my parents have always been there. They, you know, whenever I need my dad or whoever, my dad mostly, he always helped me with baseball. He always brought me out. He basically was my hitting coach my whole life. Whenever I needed him to throw me BP or something, he would be there. You know, my mom's always there for everything else, you know, the emotional and every other aspect of the game.
As far as this year's season with these guys, what are you looking for from the guys on the mound this year, pitching-wise? You feel pretty confident?
Oh, yeah, I do. We have a bunch of returners. We got Brian Markowski, who's here with us today. We got Matt McDonald as well. You know, Brian Jenkins. We have a bunch of good guys coming back this year that we're looking to see on the mound and throw well for us.
Well, Tommy, great to hear your story. We wish you the best going forward.
Thank you very much.
Brian Markowski joining us from the University of Scranton baseball team. And Brian, let's talk about your role this year on the squad.
Yeah, I'm a pitcher, lefty pitcher for the University of Scranton. In the past, I've been more of a starter, but I just do whatever it takes for the team and let the coach decide where I'm at.
You got a twin brother, Ethan. Tell us a little bit about what he's up to, and he's a student as well with you, right?
Yep, he also goes to the University of Scranton. He's a biology major. We're identical twins, so people confuse us a lot, and he plans on going to Pitt for pharmacy school next year.
Who goes to all the classes, him or you?
Him. He's the smarter one.
Well, hopefully you guys are using your time wisely
Yeah.
with that. Let's talk about the major that you're in and what you hope to do down the road.
Yeah, I'm a neuroscience major, and I hope to go to optometry school after this to become an eye doctor.
Let's talk about the folks and what they've done for you and supporting you academically, athletically, and so forth.
Sure. Yeah, my parents have definitely been great role models. My dad, I'd say he's taken care more of the baseball side, and he's always pushed me, and he's always been tough on me to be the best player I can. And then my mom's kind of more of the support role. When if I have a bad game, I'd go to her and vent to her.
Crestwood to the University of Scranton is not too far away. Let's talk about what attracted you there, and of course the relationships you've built with these guys, your coaches, your professors, and the positive experiences.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, before considering Scranton, like I've never really been to Scranton that much. It's probably like half an hour from me. But first I looked at the academics, and Scranton has great academics and a great neuroscience program. And then being recruited by Coach Barletta and Coach Szymanski, I really liked the vibe they were giving me, so I decided to check it out. And I've made a lot of great friendships here and don't regret it at all.
As far as your pitching stuff and working on stuff in the off season, how much time have you put in, and do you feel like this is going to be your sharpest year?
Yeah, I mean, it's my senior year, so last year was kind of frustrating because I had some elbow problems, so I was hurt for most of the year. So this year, really just been trying to put the work in and got to make it count.
All right, Brian, appreciate your time. We wish you the best this season, and stay healthy.
Sure, thank you, appreciate it.
Matt McDonald with us from the University of Scranton, another arm we have here for the Royals. And Matt, tell us where you call home and what high school baseball was like back home.
I'm actually from Clark Summit, Pennsylvania. I went to Abington Heights High School. So, I mean, baseball in high school was a passion. I loved it. Would look forward to it every day. Loving the coaches, the friends I made from it. Just unbelievable experience in high school, and just lucky enough to come right to the University of Scranton and continue playing.
And it's great that we have some other local guys at the U, but then you get a little bit of culture, learning guys, whether it's Connecticut, New Jersey, New York. talk about some other guys on the team, maybe from not around here, and things you learn about what they had growing up or what they bring to the team overall.
Yeah, it's great meeting guys from all over, from New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, all over. But it's fun to see how their experience went in their travel ball experience and their high school experience and the different sizes of high schools that they come from and we come from, and to become all one and come together. It's really cool to experience that.
Criminal justice is your major, and
That's my minor. I'm a history major.
let me try that again. I'm sorry. That's okay. Let's talk about criminal justice. One of the things you enjoy there, and your major, your minor, what you're up to.
I really love criminal justice. I mean, helping people with everything that's going on in the world today. I really look forward to being out there and be able to help people and make a difference in the world today. So that's really what intrigues me about it.
Police or law school next?
Yes. Yep.
You got a big family, so take us through the siblings.
Yep. So I have two older brothers, Michael and Nicholas. They're twins. They just had their birthday. Then my older sister Katie, she is a graduate from Westchester University, now at Marywood, and now it's just me left.
And mom and dad, of course, they went through it all with you guys. So talk about their role with you for you to look up to.
Yeah, my dad was always my coach. He taught me everything. He taught me the game of baseball and to love it, and can't thank him enough about or for it. And then my mom was always there, driving me places on the weekends and tournaments, and always there to support.
Do you think this year's going to be a special year for the Royals?
I do think so. I think with the field coming and the practices we've had so far and the chemistry that we have on the team, I really think this year that we can come together and hopefully pull out a special year.
Let's talk about your coaching staff and the support they give you, whether it's with classes or on the field stuff, or sometimes some life advice as well.
Coach Barr, I mean, you can't put like better words for him. I mean, he's always there asking you how classes are going, helping you with any situation that you need. You know you can always go to him for a call, a text, anything, he'll be there. Our pitching coaches, Coach Mueller and Coach Stevens, they're always there giving us all the support, help that we need. And you can't really ask much more for a better coaching staff.
Matt McDonald via Abingtonites to the University of Scranton. We wish you a very fine season.
Thank you.
Chase Standen joining us from the University of Scranton Royals, and he's a senior, playing some right field this year. And Chase, tell us where you call home and what baseball was all about.
Well, home would be Newtown Square, Pennsylvania. It's just about 20 minutes outside of Philadelphia, West Philadelphia. What is baseball all about is the question. Baseball is basically the game of life, I guess you could say. It's America's pastime, and it's a game I've been playing since I was a child.
As far as your years growing up playing baseball, talk about whether it was travel league or high school or some coaches maybe that stood out for you before you got to the University of Scranton.
Well, I guess my dad has always played a big part in my baseball life. He was a coach when I was little, especially for like tournament teams and travel. But one of the coaches that really changed my perspective of baseball was my hitting coach back when I was in high school from Maple Zone Sports, which was down in outside of Philadelphia also. He basically spent a couple years abroad playing baseball, learned a lot where he played, and kind of taught me everything I know about hitting. So it really kind of changed my perspective.
Let's talk about some volunteer work there that you guys do for the Royals.
Yeah, well, a lot of the guys on the team are part of the Knights of Columbus on campus. We do some work over at the Murley Center. We volunteer and we give coffee to some of the vets there and just talk to them and make time with them.
Talk about any personal stories and talking to the vets, or what you get out of that, and kind of learning a little bit more about them, or gaining some respect for what they have done.
Well, I guess you see a bunch of guys in there that haven't really, I guess not that they haven't had a lot of attention, but they really enjoy talking and just having conversations in general. It doesn't have to be about the things they've done or the time they spent overseas, but it's just nice to have like short conversations with them about anything at the moment that they want to talk about. It's nice to see them being more active and talking.
I'm sure you guys gain a couple more fans after talking to them.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
rooting for you.
Of course.
Well, let's talk a little bit about your parents and how they've inspired you.
Well, geez, they've supported me through everything I've done. Basically, if there was ever an injury or anything, I would go to physical therapy for baseball. And like even this past winter, I got surprised with a baseball bat as a Christmas present. And they've always just been there for me and given me everything I've needed. So.
What's some classes that you enjoy at the U?
I enjoy my language classes, which would be Spanish and Italian.
Cool. And as far as down the road, what's the goal after life at the U?
The goal after life after the U is probably to do some traveling, maybe work abroad. I spent a semester in Spain, so I had a really good experience while I was there, and I would like to go back.
Good for you. Catholic University, a good rival.
Yeah.
Talk about what it's like playing them and how good they'll be this year.
Well, we don't really try and focus about what they're doing, things they do. We don't talk about them in the season really, or like look at how well they're playing. Obviously, we'll look at their stats and stuff, see what their pitchers are doing, but we kind of worry about ourselves, what we've been doing, and it's always been a big rivalry here at Scranton, and we're always looking forward to that weekend when we get to play them. So.
Standen from the University of Scranton Royals here on the John Mendola Show. Have a great season.
Thank you.